Now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
Welcome back in. It is hour 2 of Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond. And there was a reason why we were eating chicken biscuits. Number one, we do love Chick-fil-A.
We do.
We really, really do love Chick-fil-A. And they've been
a great sponsor.
They have been great and kind to us throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why we brought Chick-fil-A is because our very good friend Pete Sands from Cherokee Ridge hand-delivered those to us this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't forget, coming up in a few days, several days actually, May 9th, we will be back out there at Cherokee Ridge. And we're going to be talking about something out there when we get out there on May 9th. But today,
a lot of stuff going on.
But today, we're going to shift gears, and we're going to talk about something that is kind of near and dear to his heart, as well as a reason and an opportunity for you, our listeners, to get involved as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great cause and a great event, and that's why we're bringing Pete in. He's got a special guest that we're going to be talking with today, too, that's heavily involved in this great cause, Scott.
Pete, first of all, Pete, welcome in.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Welcome, Pete.
I was here early because Chick-fil-A doesn't mess around, and I was in and
No,
out
they
of that
don't,
drive-thru
man.
in
Look, here we go.
about 6
They're a
minutes.
machine.
So that was I was sitting in the parking lot, was like, all right, well, I didn't time this very well, but no, appreciate you guys letting me come here. Like you said, usually you guys are freezing your tails off.
Yeah, see, and so just so you know, we went from one extreme to the other, literally.
Yeah.
We have no air up here right now. So it wasn't because we froze the last time there and we were going to turn the heat up on you here.
No.
We literally have nothing up here. So it is just hotter than hell in here right now. We didn't do this on purpose.
And we got the floodlights on.
Yes. So I apologize for that if you're sweating.
No, listen, I mean, a nice brisk 65-degree temperature outside and a 85-degree temperature inside. So
that's how we do
that's
it.
pretty much how Alabama weather works.
Well, coming up on May 14th, we're going to be out at your course. We're going to have the 97.7 ESPN The Zone Scramble. It's going to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. But before that, you do a lot of great events. And you have one coming up very, very soon that is very near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, so May 4th and 5th, which is a couple weekends away, we are hosting an event. It's the Alabama Two-Man. We have partnered with the Sunflower Golf Foundation and the Two-Man Tour, and that is benefiting the Ronald McDonald House and also my niece, Amelia Ellenberg, who is battling cancer right now. So it's kind of one of those things. She's a 7-year-old little girl who last 2 years has been a little rough for her. She's fighting through it. She's staying strong in the faith, and I run multiple tournaments a year, more than I can count, and this is the one that is pretty personal to me. So we are taking it serious, and we're taking it, making sure all the bells and whistles are going to be thrown out at Cherokee Ridge that weekend. So we would love for people to join us, and joining us right now, I have Chandler Russ, who is the founder of Sunflower Golf Foundation, who is
Yes,
so
we had
brought some swag.
And Chandler, was it a no-brainer for you guys to jump in and get involved with this?
100%. Yeah, I mean that was it was kind of a God thing, and I talked to Pete after our first tournament. It went great, and we had a lot of success with it, and then I'm talking to him, and he's telling me the story about Amelia, and we are sitting here trying to think, okay, well, what's our next nonprofit, and how are we?
Yeah.
And when he said it, I said, man, like, can we do something for her? It was like
right. What do we do?
Stars aligning here.
What can we do here?
Yeah.
And we got the chance to go over and speak with him and his wife and interview them. We're creating a video right now that's going to kind of tell her story, and man, it brought tears to my eyes just hearing the struggle that she is going through with cancer is something I don't a lot of people don't understand, but the faith and like the joy that every single picture that you see on this little girl's face is she's smiling, she's happy.
Right.
And that was what really stood out to me, is she's an inspiration to a lot of people around her, even in the dark times. So
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, so kind of the backstory on that, and if I could pronounce the cancer, I would, but it's cancer of the eye. When she was diagnosed with it, of all places where they noticed something was wrong was Disney World, which is pretty ironic there. But so when she was diagnosed originally with this type of cancer, it was very treatable, very it's going to be a little bit of a process, but the recovery rate is very high for cancer. But she had a unique situation where she actually went through chemo, radiation, and got the all clear. She rang the bell at the cancer center. It was okay. Let's let her move on with her life, and she basically had a complete redo of what happened to her the first time, that's the unique thing about her, was this cancer is not supposed to come back. This cancer is not supposed to, once it's gone type thing. And but she has
many cases or something.
Yeah, there's I think less than 50 in the world right now.
Wow.
That she's dealing with. She, luckily enough, she's been all of her doctors and the team have been awesome. She actually just got the news a few weeks ago, which is such a positive for our family, but that they actually found a doctor willing to do surgery to try to go in and remove it, which would be a huge blessing for us, because right now they're just pounding her full of chemo and radiation.
That's rough, man.
She's going through, I think it's like 3 days of heavy chemo every other week and 2 days the in between weeks. So
7 years old.
7 years old.
7 years old facing this.
No doubt. That the chemo is so, no matter what your age, chemo and the radiation is the roughest part, because it puts you through so much physically, man, and not to mention mentally and emotionally.
But I mean, and Chandler hit it on that. Like, it is amazing how every photo, even photos of her laying in a hospital bed getting chemo, like, she has a smile on her face. She's so positive. She's actually like too smart for her own good sometimes. She's asking doctors questions that 27-year-olds wouldn't ask.
Right.
So she's a special little girl. And then, like Chandler said, when he actually came to me and said, "Hey, we just ran this event at Gunner's Landing, which benefited Best Christmas Ever," and he was kind of telling me about Sunflower, and I was like, "Man, this is an organization that I want to kind of get behind a little bit." And then he asked me, "Hey, is there a cause or anything that you would like for us to push?" And at the time, it was when my niece was diagnosed for the second time,
Right.
so that was pretty much what was on my mind, and I was telling him the story, and so it's hard for them to say, okay, hey, let's just do a tournament benefiting a single person. So there's regulations behind that. So, but Ronald McDonald House out of Atlanta has been amazing for them. So they don't have to worry about anything. They drive up, they're able to stay there. They provide, like Christmas time, she was going through this. They provided a full Christmas for her and her my two other nieces. And so we were like, okay, well, let's definitely have Ron McDonald House involved in this for sure.
So golfers will sign up. This is a 2-man event, right? So you got to have your partner.
Yes.
You sign up to play, and then the proceeds go to...
Yeah, so our goal is to raise at least $30,000 for the Ronald McDonald House. We got a great title sponsor with Walker Brothers out of the Arab area.
Yeah.
So they're our title sponsor for it. But yeah, so it's a basically a 2-man tour, which is a 2-man golf tour that travels around the country. They are kind of the hosting format and the hosting tournament for it. And it is the Alabama 2-Man Challenge. It is, so you play a scramble on the first day, and then a shamble on the second day, and then it's flighted after day 1, so we don't have to worry about sandbagging.
A shamble?
A shamble. So basically, you guys both
Scramble off the tee.
Yes, it's scramble off the tee, and then you play your own ball from there.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, okay.
but it's a fun format because it usually gets at least one ball in play, and then it's a crapshoot from there. But May 4th and 5th, if you're wanting to get involved or sign up, I mean, there's still some spots available, but you could go to Sunflower Golf Foundation or twomantour.com.
Yeah, and Chandler, how many events of these do you do a year usually?
We have 4 we call them major events.
Yeah.
When we're partnering with there's a lot that goes into it, but overall we're having 6, one in Georgia we just have one, the 2-man tour.
Yeah.
I'm also director for the 2-man tour, so this all started last summer, but
Right.
I went to Texas and met the guy that founded it, and I will say this, it's different from your normal charity event, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is a competitive golf event, 2-man, but the 2-man tour is set up to be inclusive for all skill levels of golfers. So you're playing with your buddy out there having a good time. There are cash prizes flighted after the first day, so you still get the feeling of on Sunday. I'm sitting there after the first tournament we played, and I got a 5-foot putt, for birdie on one of the last holes, and I'm like, I feel like I'm in high school again. I got to make this. There's no mulligans.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
But there is that level of competition that adds a little bit more fun for the guys that like to get out and compete and don't want to worry about any 46s coming in.
But it's well, yeah. But it's a competition, but this is just a bigger way to give back, though, too.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I mean, when during that interview that Chandler did with me and the wife, they were like, okay, what are we trying to? I just want to make Amelia feel special for 2 days and let her know that there's a group of people that are. She lives in Valdosta, so there's a group of people that are not even in her central location that are thinking about her and praying about her and
trying to help
in the fight with her type situation.
Yeah, Chandler, when you first heard Pete's interview, then it was like I'm sure this was a no-brainer to begin with. It's like, okay, we can do this. But then when you hear the interview and you hear everything, I mean, what goes through your mind?
I mean, I was sitting there on the couch and I had tears in my eyes. I'm sitting there listening to Pete and his wife, the way that they talked about her. You could just feel the love and feel how special Amelia is to them, and it makes you think about your own family. You're thinking about, wow, and it really, I don't know, it was overwhelming in a sense, because I was like, golly, this is, and to be able to share the story is what I'm excited about. I think that's getting the chance to hopefully share that with her and her family, and it be something that they can look at in the future too, as a ray of hope, and for other families that might be going through similar situations. So.
Pete Sands and Chandler Russ in studio with us. Of course, Pete Sands, executive director of golf there at Cherokee Ridge, our very good friends.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the funny thing, he was just talking about the kind of emotion that he went hearing ours, but it's like what I hear that what Chandler's doing with Sunflower Golf, I mean, this is going to be a kind of a partnership going forward for sure, because as terrible as our story is, there's plenty of them out there, and there's plenty of families that are going through something. I mean, we don't go through this life without having to deal with some sort of mountain in front of you. And for hearing what Chandler kind of just dropping everything he was doing, he was executive at UPS, and just basically had this on his heart to start this kind of foundation that's going to pull golf in with being able to help some people out. It's like it's a no-brainer for us to get on board with him. And
Chandler, I mean, this isn't, you aren't like, you mentioned you went to Texas to visit, but it's not like you are coming in from another state to do this. You are local.
Yes,
this
sir.
is local.
Yes,
and that's what I think makes this even more impressive.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and Chandler, the Sunflower Golf just opened up a cool little office at the Madison Golf Center, so you can go visit him there and see the merch that he's got going. But once May 4th and 5th, it kind of stops the story on the golf event for us, and Amelia, we're able to, but then he's just moving on to the next one. So if you can't get involved in this one with him, I think you have a couple coming up at the end of the year, or kind of throughout the year.
We're going to the Shoals in August, RTJ, and then we'll be at Burning Tree in Decatur in September, and then Gunner's Landing in October.
Now, Shoals is home for you, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. So I'm from Florence. Born and raised. Actually, RTJ. It's going to be special for me.
Right.
At RTJ. I grew up playing there. I worked there for a little while. So
Okay.
It'll be. I'm excited about that tournament. For sure, for that reason, just to be, this is the second golf tournament I ever ran in my life, and the first one, I only knew 2 teams there. You know, I was like,
Right.
I haven't even been around my home crowd yet, but it'll be great.
And see, for those that don't know, you're a UNA Lion, right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
See?
sir.
See,
It's
when
good
we say
stuff.
that's what makes this that's what makes this good, though. That's
Matthew
what I'm
Smith will
saying.
love it.
Yeah, local. I mean, this isn't like you teaming up with somebody from outside the area. I mean, this is Sunflower Golf Foundation is local, and when you give back, you're giving back to local. That's
Yeah,
what makes it.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that kind of got me to buy in with them is what they did at Gunner's Landing back in October, November of last year. If you go to their Facebook page, Sunflower Golf, just look at Sunflower Golf
Right.
Foundation, just look them up. You'll see. I mean, they blessed multiple families for Christmas that were struggling. I mean, they were able to provide 2 vehicles for 2 families that were in need. They were able to make such a special time for so many people, the holiday season, and then you have families that don't kind of get to do that. They were able to put a smile on their face, and it proves that there's still good people in this world when you meet people like Chandler and the Sunflower Golf Foundation, and because their sole focus, he was telling me a few weeks ago that he was like, man, he goes, like, it's hard for him to even take money into the Sunflower Golf Foundation because he's wanting to just give 100%. He gives 100% back. So like he's in the process now of also trying to find some corporate sponsors that can help, because it takes more than just sign a team up to run an event. I mean, there's a lot of behind the scenes things that go along with it, and so the support that they give, I mean, they don't take anything back. So.
Yeah, no question. And it just shows you how precious life is, and this will be a great event. And Pete, once again, let the listeners know what's going on and how they can contribute.
Yeah, so May 4th and 5th, which is Saturday and Sunday, we're hosting the Alabama 2-Man, which is benefiting the Ronald McDonald House of Birmingham. So we found the most local Ronald McDonald House that we could find. So Ronald McDonald House of Birmingham, and then also being able to put hopefully a smile on my little niece, Amelia Ellenberg, who's kind of going through a rough stretch right now with her cancer. But if you want to sign up or more information, you can go on our Facebook page at Cherokee Ridge. Just look them up, or go to 2mantour.com or Sunflower Golf Foundation. A lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
Just look them up, and you'll be able to see everything they're doing as well.
Well, we appreciate both of you.
Yeah, it's been an honor to have you.
Yeah.
Thank
Great
you guys
cause.
so much for letting us come on.
No
absolutely,
problem.
man.
And I promise, we're knocking on wood, the 9th, when you guys are back out at Cherokee Ridge, either propane or the
I
heater will
might
be
have
on.
to take a look at that Make-A-Wish tournament. Is the 14th? Are y'all sold
It,
out?
no.
No,
We
you're not,
got
actually.
room.
Yeah.
We
We
got
have room.
room. We got room. We got all the details. But yeah, it's going to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. It's our second year for that, and Pete has been
It was a really, really big success.
really kind to
last
let
Yeah,
us
that's
play
awesome.
out there.
One last thing before
Yeah.
we go. If you sign your team up, Cherokee Ridge is providing every team that signs up with a free foursome. So free foursome for everybody that signs up for it. So it's a $380 value right off the get-go before the entry fee. It's $290 a person, so you're already ahead of the game the second you sign up. So if you, like I said, if you want to sign up, just go to 2mantour.com or Sunflower Golf Foundation.
All right.
May 4th and 5th.
Hopefully the weather will be good for that
Yes,
as
sir.
well. Course going to be in good shape.
Oh yeah. Is
Is it in good shape right now?
It's always
Is it
in good shape.
They're all,
It's
we
as
can hear
good
them
as our
mowing.
wings.
It's as good as the wings.
Oh, there you
See,
go.
I've not had the wings out there.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I have not
Need to
had
try.
the wings.
Well, you're usually there at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're not
There's
going to
no-
be. They're not going to be cooking
We're
wings at 6 in the
We're not turning
morning.
the fryer on.
Come on,
Just for
man.
Scott.
We get Diet Dr Pepper.
We'll be out there on May 14th.
Yeah.
But it'll be a Monday, though.
Yeah, and Tom will have the bullhorn.
I
know some people.
Do you know?
I'll make a call for you.
All right, we got to get a break in. More Talkin Ball when we return.
Awesome.